What's up, everybody? It's Jeremy here, Ocean Bound, and I'm heading to Pleasure Bay. You know, there's nothing special about today. It's overcast, it's 70 degrees, it's like almost 3 in the afternoon. My whole plan today is revolving around the fact of the new addition or two that I have in my foil family, and I just got a 75-liter Armstrong ML board. So stoked to be able to try that. Yesterday I showed up at Pleasure Bay and there really wasn't any wind. So what did I do? I put the foil on it and I paddled it and I got that thing up to foil with my 1675. I couldn't be more stoked just to say that out loud, just to be able to freaking do that was so rad. So today is gonna be my first session that I do a wing session with it. It should be pretty righteous. Yes, my spot's here. I freaking love it when they save me my spot. I can't really think about other wing stuff when I'm backing up, but you know what the deal is. All right, so yes, today is like kind of light, although, I don't know. The trees are looking a little better than I thought they were going to. I haven't really talked about it that much, and I don't think I've done a video of it yet, but I also have a brand new 5-meter PPC M1 wing, and I'm gonna use that today. So it's gonna be an ML board sesh with the M1. Yeah, I don't know, everything about the new ML board yesterday felt pretty good. Paddling it up where the foot straps were was pretty solid, but winging could be totally different. So I'm gonna keep it at the same spot where I usually keep my stuff in the mast track, which is 10, and just hope that from my old FG board to this Armstrong board, they're kind of like sitting and riding in the same spot. So I can't be more stoked. We're gonna get some jumps and just see how that ML board feels in the air. This will be about first impressions, and just like hopefully it's gonna live up to the stoke that it has. It was a serious thought experiment to figure out what size I was gonna get, because most of the major frothers that have these ML boards are like pros, and they're all getting 45 liters, and you know, some of the semi-pro people I know are getting 55 liters. Well, I wanted something to replace my 75-liter FG board, which just barely sinks me. I'm 77 kilograms. And so I wanted, honestly, I almost went down to a 70 FG. I'm kind of glad this came around in a 75, because I almost wanted a direct one-to-one, like, you know, replacement. My whole thing is I want to use the board that I can use basically every day. I want to be able to jump with it. I want to be able to get up to plane with it when it's like light, and I want it to be fast and whatnot, comfortable. My old FG, when I would do really hard rail turns, it would like I would hit the rail on the water, so hopefully this will help that, and hopefully it won't be too long. But when I first saw MLs are coming out, it was just like I was so stoked. So right now this is the first test, and so I'm really excited. I'm super excited. It's all set up, it's ready to go. Let's put the foil on it, pump up that M1, get out in the water. Here we go. Oh, there's actually a lot more wind than I thought there was. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, that's solid. 5-meter conditions, definitely totally kosher with that 880, and the 680 could probably be pretty righteous as well. Super cool. Oh, and it's whipping right now. Yes, it's gonna be good. We're gonna get this thing in the air. I'm super excited to jump this thing. So, all right, cool. Let's get set up. Interesting. I'll try to do that. Patagonia wants to, because they have that awesome return policy. I think the policy. Try to jump over me, will you? We'll drop down, we can say hello. There you go, yeah. Whew, that water's cold today. PPC M1 M1. Look at this combo. I don't even know if this is gonna work. Speaking of work, I got a 680, a 140, a 75-liter ML. 5.0 PPC M1. I'm stoked. Okay. But all gonna be fun. Oh man, look at this 5 meter. It's pretty rad. Yay, new gear day. Riding new gear just gets me extra stoked. Starting with the ML board, I mean, this thing is sweet. It's the same volume as my old FG board, but it's a foot longer at the top. I set the mast track in the same spot where I'd set it in my FG board, which is about 10. So when I line the mast tracks on the two boards up, and then I set the straps basically to the same exact spots on the new ML than I had on my old FG, I didn't really have to adjust anything, which is pretty rad that they ride like that. So this board definitely gets up quicker planing. I rode the 680 all day today, and it was just a great thing to pair with that board. There was a noticeable difference doing hard banked turn. Now it's like I can get those wingtips up and out of the water more, and I just can't wait to take this thing out in waves. And jumping on this thing was great. I wasn't sure how a railie jump would kind of feel with like the extra length, but it doesn't feel wonky at all. So I'm stoked on this board. And about that PPC M1 5 meter, that thing's also sweet. It's not my first session on it, but it was my first session where I had adequate power. And this wing is great for powered riding. It feels stiff, you know, and very reactionary. The lift and the hang time's great for jumping. Coming around in jibes is great. The wing liked getting dipped. And then I feel like it was pretty balanced. It doesn't pull up so hard when you're doing like things over your head like an upwind tack. I will be doing a review on this wing soon as I get more time on it, but the one favorite part I have of these wings is the handles. They are relatively thin and they have this ridge kind of down the back side that just makes an awesome comfortable grip with my fingers, you know, better than the units, and I like the texture of them too. I briefly talked to Sam, the guy that designed these, and he was super stoked on the handles, and now I totally get why. So it's been a while since I've had a decent flatwater day, and I had a blast. The one thing that I've been meaning to do is spend time passing the wing behind my back. I mean, that's the reason why I started to go with a waist leash for my wing. And so I just kind of started trying them today, and it's definitely a muscle memory thing. At first it feels a little rushed and chaotic to, you know, do all of that at once and attack, because I mean, you're adding extra steps to it all. I probably tried maybe 40 or 50 of these in this session, and while I wasn't really nailing them with like 100% consistency, you know, I'm getting closer to being comfortable enough to try them while like turning on the waves. And that's the ultimate goal for me, is, you know, like a behind the back pass as I'm tacking onto a wave. Alright, so that's it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. More on both the PPC M1 and the Armstrong 75 liter ML board soon. If you'd like to see more and you haven't done so already, please consider clicking that subscribe button. Drop me a comment, say hi, feel free to ask me any questions on my setup. I'm happy to respond, and with that, I hope all of you are doing well out there. I'll see you soon on the flip, and I wish you all an awesome day. Later!